to Qatar. Qatar now has been like in the news for multiple, and it seems as if they're playing both sides. I talked about this on my talk with Yishai Fleischer just not too long ago. But Qatar is no neutral player. So everybody should understand that. I understand that the biggest, American, I think the biggest American base outside or in the Middle East is actually in Qatar, which is also crazy, staggering to me. But Qatar itself is not neutral. We need to understand that. This is a country that, funds Hamas. It runs the Al Jazeera, which is very, very anti-West, very, very anti-Israel, anti-Jewish, right? It's become the news website for all Arab interest and propaganda for all of those who are anti-Western values, right? Now, Qatar also actively seeks to manipulate Western media. So when a regime like this, with a known track record of supporting terror, all of its groups and all of its ideologies, when these people are giving money, they're giving influence to American media figures, it should concern everybody. It doesn't matter if you're on the left, doesn't matter if you're on the right. So what happens when a major American figure, such as Mr. Carlson, with millions of daily viewers, becomes an unwitting or even maybe willing a mouthpiece for foreign powers that hate Israel and they undermine Western democracy? I mean, you'd have to really think about this. And, we could do, as Mr. Carlson himself does it. And we can just say, I'm just asking questions. I'm just asking questions, which is a very, very valid question. I mean, I think when I look at this is borderline treason. Treason from a person who touts America first, because every single ideology and everything that he wants to be against, that he, pits himself against, is based on the idea that it's American first. But his actions are saying everything except America first. Everything except that. This is a person that you get interviews that, he portrays Hamas as they are the victims. You get editorial pivots that call into question U.S. military aid to Israel, right? As if Israel is not the biggest ally in the Middle East to America. I don't understand where it comes up in our mind that that's not the case. I understand. Listening to propaganda and overly consuming, I would say, conspiracy theories. And you see that these lines will get blurred all the time between criticism of war and sympathy for terrorism. It's very, very hard to ride that line. But if you want to be critical of the war, be critical of the war. I mean, I do believe, I am a firm believer of if you have not fought, you have no real military knowledge, it is a little bit silly for you to be commenting on what's going on militarily, what the strategy is. I mean, you can say whatever you want, but if you want to actually be critical, be critical. But then when you ride that fine line and then you start showing the sympathy for terrorists, that is the beginning of moral decay. So this isn't just about the policy debate anymore. Not with Tucker, not with Candace, not with the Hodge twins, all of these other people who have lost their marbles on the right. And it's not just them. They are leading a movement. They are leading a movement of people who are becoming woke and more woke and more woke. This is about warping more reality. Carlson used to be a critic of political elites and the mainstream and corruption. And rightfully so. There's many things that a person could dig into. But what's the difference between being independent and being manipulated? Because if your independence ends up serving as the goals of regimes that behead its dissidents and launch rockets and kills civilians, then the truth is that you are not free. Not only are you not free, you don't represent freedom. You may be considered useful. I can use your audience. I can pander to the American people through you to be able to win over, some type of victimhood, some type of audience. But you're not free. So I'm going to ask you this. When somebody starts repeating the talking points of those who want Jews dead in America, and America, they want America weakened. They want Jews dead. They want America completely weakened. I mean, most of those who are screaming death to the Jews are also saying it to America as well. The question is, at that point, does it even matter if they wear a suit and a tie or a keffiyeh? It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter because it's all the same rhetoric. The rhetoric is the same. The hatred is the same, and the danger is the same. Tucker has long hid behind asking questions. And then it comes to making definitive points. But the questions that he's always have asked over the years have always been very peculiar and very deep cutting. And I think that overall, this is the real danger. It's the danger with him. It's the danger with Candace as well. And you'll see this with others. When you give and you overgive yourself to these conspiracy theories, you don't realize that you can easily start creating a different reality, a reality that was not there. Rabbi Nachman of Breslov, who was an ancient Hasidic master, said something very, very powerful. And I actually tweeted this referring to both Candace and to Tucker Carlson. My tweet went as follows. Rabbi Nachman of Breslov says that it is better to be gullible and to believe everything than it is to be a skeptic. He says, the person who's gullible and they see what's in front of them and they actually believe in those things. I'm just giving a little bit of commentary on it. He says the person that believes, very easily, that person will believe in some foolish things. No doubt about it. They will miss some things. He says, but they will also believe in the truth. However, the person that's skeptical of everything, they always have some questions. There's always, it can't be what's in front of them, right? He said that person, not only will they reject things that are foolish, they'll also end up rejecting the truth. I just want to let you know that we have launched Nissim Black Store. All you have to do is go online, order yourself one of these amazing mugs, God is King, with a matching t-shirt. We have a whole plethora of different shirts that are all about representing God wherever you go. As believers in the one true God of Israel, it is our duty not to hide, not to back down, not to shy away from expressing our faith wherever it is that we go. If you want to go and walk righteously before your God with a nice t-shirt, with a nice sweater, with a mug that's reminding us constantly that God is here with us, go to nissimblack.store and make sure you get yourself some merch. It really helps support this channel and everything that we're doing and everything that we plan to do. And trust me, you don't want to miss it. I thank you all for all of your support. So wait, if you like what you just saw, click this one right here. And if you'd rather hear the full episode, you could just click right here. Make sure that you like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that when any new episodes of the podcast is released, you will be amongst the first to know.